Hey guys, it's John here this morning. We have a few projects to do around here. It's a beautiful, lovely morning. It's about 60 degrees. We got our cup of coffee, we got a robe on. Um, we just got out of bed. And we have a few things to do. We're gonna pinch some LISIANTHUS that we planted about a week or so ago. Those are such beautiful flowers. If you guys know me, I'm obsessed with LISIANTHUS, and I grow so many LISIANTHUS in our spring garden for summer blooms. They do so well for us here in zone at 9B. They'll take 115 degrees like champs, and they are so gorgeous. They're kind of like a rose-like flower, and they come in so many beautiful colors. I'm obsessed with so many of them, so I'll show you guys the varieties I'm growing and the containers we have. We have some first year planted containers, but we also have some containers that are 2, 3, 4 years old. They are like a short-lived perennial, if you will. So typically they can perennialize for 3 to 5 years. You know, a few will die out from year to year, but I'll show you guys what that looks like as well, and how we support them, and just how we take care of them. So these are some of the LISIANTHUS that we bumped up about a week ago in these containers. So after you bump them up, or sorry, after you plant them, you can pinch them to actually encourage side branching that will encourage your plant to produce more blooms. So we pinched one here. I'll show you guys how to pinch them. But after you pinch them, they will start to send up, I think you guys can see them very faintly. Do you guys see those nubs coming up from right here? Those are going to form new branches. It's already starting to push out those new branches. So it's going to form 2 there and then 2 under here. So 4 stems, maybe 2 and maybe 6, maybe 2 under here. But at least 4 new stems. Instead of 1 giant bloom, you'll get 4 of them that are a little bit smaller. I mean, they're still very beautiful. You'll get more flowers this way. We'll pinch one more just right here. But this is a great way to encourage new blooms, or should I say more blooms. Oh my gosh, more blooms on your plant. There we go. So these are what the pots look like after we just planted them. We popped these in about 2 days ago. This one is a Rosa Champagne. I have not grown the Rosa series before, but the Rosa supposed to be really pretty. And we spaced these about 3 to 4 inches apart. You can tuck them in pretty close together. They grow similar to like a snapdragon, I like to tell people. So you pinch them kind of like the same, and then they branch out the same. You just tuck them a little bit closer together. And they are going to need a little bit of a support system. I'll show you guys what we use for our support system in here. But we're just pinching them to help them branch out. There we go. They look good. Beautiful. And after we pinch them, I like to give them a really good fertilizer. We just use either like Jack's or Proven Winners, really whatever we have on hand. This is the Rosita Red. This one's kind of like a more, I guess, spray, like imagine like a spray rose. The flowers aren't nearly as big. It's like you would like a Voyage, but they do make more flowers, so that's kind of pretty. We do like to pinch these as well. Especially when they start to like stretch like this, we're gonna pinch them and they'll grow out beautifully. That one probably could have waited a little bit longer to pinch. But they're gonna produce all of these side shoots that are gonna make so many flowers this summer. I don't know why some of them are like harder to pinch than others, but okay. And these are the Arena Apricot. Okay, these get a little bit taller. I feel like these are some of the tallest ones we grow, but these are a classic. I always love to grow those. Those are a little bit more of a blush color, and they always go really well in the container garden. We have some browns up here that we haven't planted yet. I have found that I don't really love planting the Roseanne brown in containers. The flowers are just kind of small, and they kind of just, I don't know. They do a lot better in like, I like growing them in crates for cut flowers. I feel like they shine better like in a cut flower situation than in like a garden setting. So if you have a cut flower garden, this is a great flower to grow in that. But I prefer to grow it in a cut flower garden, not in my container display. We're gonna pinch the rest of these LISIANTHUS. There we go. I like to pinch some and leave some straight just so I have a staggered bloom time. Usually the ones that I don't pinch bloom earlier, so it's nice to have some early blooms that I can tuck into places, as well as these big plants. They're really going to fill out these 1 gallon pots really well after they bush out. This is a Lisianthus that we've had probably for 4 years now. We've had this for a long time, but this is the Blue Chateau. A really gorgeous, like, beigey blue color. I feel like it's more beige here because the blue just gets, I don't know, bleached out. But I noticed if I pick these and put them in the fridge, they'll like turn blue a little bit. I don't know what it is. Maybe it just is too hot here, but really pretty, really gorgeous. Again, I love just growing it for cut flowers, and it's just a great one to have. So these are just now waking up. I'll show you guys the rest of them in just a second. They're just now waking up. They're pushing out some new growth. It's been pretty warm this week. You know, it's been in the mid 80s, and we've actually had some 95 plus degree days recently. So they're waking up. Now's a great time to fertilize them. Again, with just an all-purpose fertilizer. You can use a granular fertilizer. We've used the Jack's or the Proven Winners fertilizer just to give them a little wake up. So anyways, this is what they look like. I'll show you guys all the rest of the Lisianthus that we have. So these are the rest of the Lisianthus pots that we overwintered from previous years, and some of them look better than others, but these are ones that we can cut down to the base. I don't know why some of them look like this, but we need to like trim all this down. There we go. Just to get rid of all of this like dead stuff to where we see like the new growth. You see new growth there? Trim it down. Even this, I'll trim it down just a little bit. But I don't have any of these labeled in terms of like the colors, so surprise. I know this one is champagne, actually. This one is champagne. The Voyage champagne. This was one of our favorites last year. This is going to be absolutely beautiful. This is year 3 for this pot, and it's a great succession planting too. Usually first year Lisianthus bloom in July, and then second year, or you know, perennialized Lisianthus will bloom in June. So we'll have Lisianthus almost all summer when we plant new ones, and then we have the old ones too. These are just now, do you guys see that at the base? Do you guys see all of these growth points? Those are all going to be stems eventually. Some of these are pushing out new growth too. We do need to weed these. But as you see on top of them, we love using peony cages to support all of our Lisianthus. This one could be cut, you know, that's a good height, probably about a foot, maybe 8 inches to a foot on top of the plant. But this is what keeps the Lisianthus all supported all summer long. But I love the circular shape of the peony cage matches the shape of the pot, so you can get a matching size peony cage with the size pot you have. So I'll leave the link for all the peony cages that we use down below. We use kind of a multitude of different sizes and shapes. So this is how we kind of store them. We just put them on the side of our house. Look how healthy these look. Oh my gosh, these look so healthy. I don't know why these don't, but we're gonna give them some fertilizer, see if they wake up. If they don't, we'll plant some fresh Lisianthus in there. But anyways, these are what the Lisianthus look like on the side of our house. We'll keep them here all winter. So we'll leave the Lisianthus on the side of our house. This faces west after they finish blooming, and then we typically cut them back down to the ground. I want to say like December. Once the leaves start to die and look crummy, we'll cut them back, and you'll see the fresh growth coming from the bottom. So you just cut them down to that point, and they just sit there all winter. So you don't want to overwater them during the winter months, really only when they dry out. So we typically water them like maybe twice a week, sometimes once a week if it's, you know, really chilly and really wet. So just be mindful, don't overwater them because they're not actively growing in the winter months here in zone 9B. But yeah, they'll last for years if you guys treat them correctly. And we just, again, store them in a place where we're not actively looking at them all the time in the winter because they're not that pretty when they're just sitting there. So anyways, you guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next. And we do store them next to our amaryllis bulbs that kind of have a same dormancy cycle. These are just now starting to wake up. You know, if you force your amaryllis bulbs for Christmas time and then you plant them outside, they get back into the rhythm of blooming in the spring. Oh look, we see a bud. We see a bud here. So they'll bloom for us typically in April and May is usually when we see them blooms, like late April. They're absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes I've seen them bloom for like Mother's Day. Look at that. Oh, they're pushing out tons of new buds. Wow, okay. You guys, apparently I cannot finish a video, but We have LISIANTHUS plugs available. If you're local, we have local delivery available, and then we have local shipping available. If you guys are interested in any, we will be restocking in about mid-April with a ton of new varieties. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see y'all in the next video.